I want to contact my ship.
Let's everybody keep cool. We're in good shape if we need to get home. Let's solve the problem. But
Where are my communicators?
Any worse by guessing.
In a safe place.
You take a lot of chances, Councilman.
You're worried about your ship, Captain. I'm trying to save a world.
If I were you, I'd think about saving my life.
That's from Star Trek, the original series. It premiered on television more than 50 years ago. The science fiction show went on to become one of the most iconic franchises in history, earning billions of dollars. There have been 6 different shows on television, including an animated series and 13 feature films.
And guess what? There's another. The newest TV reboot, Star Trek Discovery, launches this month on CBS All Access. It features new characters, new missions, and a new ship. And a new actress, Sonequa Martin-Green, takes to the screen. She played Sasha on AMC's The Walking Dead, if she looks familiar to you. Now she stars as First Officer Michael Burnham. In this preview, she's on a mission with the starship's captain.
What will you do if you were stuck here for 89 years?
A likely scenario, unless we die here in the desert.
But say you lived.
As a xenoanthropologist, I could reveal myself to the natives, learn their culture, try to fit in, if possible. And you, Captain? What will you do if we're trapped here for 89 years?
That's easy. I'd escape.
These are our footprints. You've walked us in a circle.
Not exactly a circle.
Sonequa Martin-Green is the first black woman to play the lead in a Star Trek series. That's a big deal. She joins us at the table. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you for
First black
having
woman
me.
to play the lead.
Yes.
We'll talk
Thank
about that in
you.
just a second. But first, it was so frustrating because they would not release any of the video. They would not let us have an episode. The only thing we could see is a trailer. Why all the secrecy? You don't have to worry about it leaking out. Nobody got to see it.
I know. I think there's a lot of things at play there. I think it's because of how big it is, because of everything that's been put into it. I think they're just very protective of it, and they want to protect everyone's experience and journey of it.
Let me just say, based on that, it looks huge. It doesn't look like a TV show. It looks like a movie.
Thank you.
It's beautifully shot. What can you tell us about that?
I tell you what, I think the craftsmanship on this show is through the roof. I am floored by everyone's artistry.
Yeah.
I really am. Every single department, in front of the camera, behind the camera, the crew, the cast, the producing team, the writers. I feel that everyone is at their highest potential, honestly.
I love the idea that Star Trek Discovery is actually a prequel, happens a decade before the original Star Trek series, and you are Spock's adopted sister?
How, Norah?
How is that? And can we cut to Sonequa here? Please, can you do the sign?
Oh.
I mean, are you legit? Higher. All right, legit.
So I appreciate how courageous this story is, and I appreciate how they have woven me into that family, because Spock is an institution.
So do you have pointy ears?
I do not, because I'm human.
Adopted. Oh, you're
Because I'm
human. Okay,
yeah, I'm 100% human. My parents were killed when I was very young, and it happened at a Vulcan outpost, and so they took responsibility for me, and I was commissioned to Sarek and Amanda's care, so I became their surrogate daughter, and then thereby.
So do you have
Spock's
some
surrogate.
Vulcan qualities or traits?
Definitely, there has been a serious Vulcan indoctrination. Of me, for sure. I was forced to assimilate.
Okay.
Did you say on a recent panel that somehow looking at Star Trek Discovery can give you some entree to solutions for today's problems?
I think so, and that seems like a lofty thing to say, right? But I think that I think that it can be very profound, because obviously stories can be so healing. Art is so healing, and I think that when you have a story that shows a picture of a utopian future, I think, especially, it's been this way the entire time. This is the legacy of Star Trek, and I think that when you can tap into that, when you can key into that, I think that having a vision of it can help you actualize it. I really do.
When it was first announced that you were going to be the first woman of color, you had some haters. Not everybody was happy with the decision. That couldn't have been pleasant for you. Was it painful? How did you handle it?
It was, to be honest. It was a bit hurtful, but I'm a black woman that was raised in the South. So it did not surprise me because I'm used to that, unfortunately. But it's a double-sided coin, right? Because on one end, I wasn't surprised. On the other end, I sort of was, because diversity and universality are, you know, they're pillars.
Star Trek,
they're pillars of Star Trek. That is the legacy of it.
Speaking of that legacy, I didn't realize this until going back over the research for this, that in 1968, Nichelle Nichols and William Shatner made television history with their interracial.
The first interracial kiss on television.
Yeah.
Was in the original series.
Did the TVs explode?
I know, you would think so, right?
Well,
everybody
in
okay?
1968.
I know, that's a big,
Star Trek has always gone
deal.
boldly.
Yeah.
It always has. That's been the essence of it.
Yeah.
And I think
no man has gone
And-
before.
Exactly.
And does Discovery continue that?
Absolutely.
How does it do?
Absolutely. Well, we do that because, you know, we're upholding the legacy, but again, taking that next step forward, because here I am, the first black female lead. We've got the first Asian female captain. We've got the first woman captain with a woman first officer.
And you have a very creepy guy with blue eyes. That
The
guy creeps me
Kelpian.
out. What is
the Kelpian? He's a Kelpian.
Oh my God.
And so he's the first of his kind. We're introducing his species on our show. He's a Kelpian.
A Kelpian.
Yeah.
Very
that's,
creepy.
Yeah. It's
No, but people like creepy.
I know,
People like
yeah,
creepy.
the design is gorgeous for sure, and we've got the first openly gay officer in on a Starfleet in Starfleet on a Star Trek show. So it's we're doing it, we're continuing it. That's how you do it. So the naysayers, I think it's completely antithetical. If you say you're a longtime Trek fan, it doesn't.
Well, the Trekkies are going to love it. My family included. We are Trekkies in my family. Watched it forever.
You.
Yeah, so
We're cheering you on, Sonequa Martin-Green.
Thank you so
nice
much.
to meet you.
A special broadcast premiere of Star Trek Discovery will air September 24th at 8:30, 7:30 Central on CBS. And after the premiere, all new episodes will be available on CBS All Access. Trekkies